A successful restore starts with a good backup plan. In this video, we will review the steps to successfully restore distributed Vault XDM server. We will review the preparations of the restore and then select our strategy on the Configuration Manager workflow to restore from backup. I will demonstrate a full restore process. At the end of the process, we will review the inconsistencies report of the data analyzer. For customers who are not using Mentor's utility to backup the XDM server, I will review the principles of a restore process so that such customers can plan their recovery by using their own tools. The fundamental restore process is based on having the necessary hardware and a backup package. A backup package that was generated during the backup contains the XDM server configuration and essential files. Optionally, it also contains the Vault and the embedded database. During the restore process, you will need to configure the XDM server and the nodes. You can do it manually. However, an easier and faster way is to restore the configuration from the backup package and modify it as needed. Oracle customers need to manually manage the restore of the database before starting the XDM server restore process, unlike customers using the embedded database that can restore based on the data in the backup package. Sometimes a disaster might not affect the Vault. In such a scenario, you have the option to exclude the restoration of the Vault and continue using the existing Vault as is. Assuming that you have the hardware and the Mentor installer to install the XDM server and the products on the master machine, and to install the XDM server node on every node machine, we can start with the demonstration. I will start with selecting the Restore from Backup option as my strategy. By default, the Configuration Manager will show me all the available backup packages that exist on the default location. And I have the option to select Other and point to a backup in a different location. For this demonstration, I choose to restore the configuration from backup. Therefore, once I click Apply Settings and Restore Configurations, it will load all the configurations from the backup package to the Configuration Manager, saving me time and manual mistakes. Notice the Restore Mode flag above the Actions bar. I will keep the option to restore the Vault with the basic Vault integrity validation level and click Next. This step is to confirm the strategy. I will keep it as distributed XDM server deployment with remote master Vault. Now I have the option to modify the configuration of the XDM server. In some cases, the targeted XDM server will not be 100% identical to the original server configuration, so this is an opportunity to modify and adjust it. Next, you can modify or confirm the backup settings. Now you're ready to review and configure the XDM server network. This is a similar process to the one done during the deployment of the distributed Vault server. So if you need to modify the nodes template or any of the nodes configuration, this is the time to do so. You can see that all the configurations were restored, including SSL settings, for example. In this demonstration, assume that the Restore Master Vault does not have any Vault data on it, and I expect the restore process to restore all the Vault data to the remote Master Vault. I'm ready to test the Master Host agent and deploy the Master agent. I will follow the steps in the workflow to use the node bundle while deploying an agent on each one of the nodes. Next, I will deploy the nodes and when this is complete, I test and then start the deployment of the XDM server. During this restore process, the Vault data will be restored on the remote master Vault, and the embedded database data will be restored on the master host machine. At the end of the process, the data analyzer will generate a report containing inconsistencies that I should review to learn about the status of my restored data. I'd like to review the principles of a restore process so that customers who are using their own backup and restore tools and might not have the XDM backup package could also restore successfully. This brings us back to the basics of restore. The XDM server data is stored on two main containers, the vault and the database. The consistency between the vault and the database is crucial. The customer should restore the coupled Oracle database and the Vault directory using their enterprise restore tools and processes. The Vault directory should be restored to the targeted Vault folder on the remote Vault host machine. Now that the data is in place, you should be able to run a regular deployment of the XDM server using the existing data that was restored. In this video, I demonstrated a full restore of a distributed Vault. I started with the preparations one must do before starting the restore. And I finished with a discussion on the principle of a restore in order to guide customers on how to use their own tools for backing up and restoring an XDM server.